All right, so in this review, you're going to see me talk about some awesome figures our friends at Diamond Select sent us. Um, as you're aware, they're all $30, $29.99 from Diamond Select, as well as any other secondary retailers that might be carrying them. As I've said before, I think these figures are really, really good. I think they fit well within any collection, but especially a collection that has the Toy Biz stuff in it. And I think they always fit well within those. So I think they're really neat. I hope you guys liked the review. Thank you to the awesome folks at Diamond Select who sent us these and have been patient with the time that it's taken to get this review out. So thank you to you guys for that. And, you know, as always, we appreciate your guys' support. Hope you guys liked the review. Here we go. Okay, so I've got them all set up. I'm going to do something different than I did the last time, and you can see something I'm going to show you here in the back. As you can see, the box is a little big, so I'm kind of got some weird space going on here. But I want to show you guys these three figures all at once and just kind of talk about them all at once. They're all $29.99, which I told you about in the last video where I talked about like Legolas and Gimli. You know, they got the 16 points of articulation. You can get them at Diamond Select. I'm sure other retailers like Entertainment Earth type places are selling them as well. But the awesome folks at Diamond Select sent us these and sent us this stuff over here we'll talk about. But I just kind of wanted to show you these. We'll get some close-ups so you can kind of see what everything looks like up close. And I will tell you, like, the sword does go in the sheath there. And his dagger comes out, and I'll show you his accessories and goodies. Actually, I'll show you all the accessories and goodies all together. And they also gave me these awesome stands at Comic-Con to help because while they stand on their own, action figures like these the Toy Biz stuff, I'm always all thumbs and setting them up, as you can kind of tell by my poses. But the articulation on them is really good. If I have a complaint on Aragorn at all, or constructive criticism, it's the head movement with the hair is kind of limited, and his duster does make it a little difficult to maneuver him a little bit. And I would like one more thing. Now that seems like a lot. Otherwise, I'll put it this way. It's a great looking figure, I think. And I think, as I said with the Legolas and Gimli, I think these go great with your Toy Biz stuff if you're collecting those. I need a sword grabbing hand for this thing. And I'll talk more about that in a minute. So Diamond Select, if you want to give me a sword grabbing hand on that, like, you know, structured like that with the ring, a bar here and all that kind of stuff, that would be great. We've got the really cool orc from Moria, to be specific. I think the paint on it is really good. The detailing is on it. The articulation is really, really good. I think that one's really cool. And it comes with a cool extra accessory, which, like I said, I'll show you in a minute. And then you got, oops, sorry there. You got Mr. Frodo. And his articulation, obviously, like I said, is really good. It's like the orcs. And nothing really getting in the way, kind of like Aragorn's jacket and stuff is a little bit. He is pretty light on accessories. You get Sting in the sheath that Sting goes into, and that's it. Pretty solid likeness, actually, I think for action figures. Detailing is really good. I think the paint is really good. Like I said, the articulation is really good. Really great job on the feet. But I'll spin these guys to the side a little bit. You can kind of see what's going on here. spin them this way. Show you the back. And you see some of the accessories and stuff they come with. Aragorn's loaded. I mean, he's just loaded with accessories, to be truthfully honest with you. I mean, you get his ranger's sword, you get the dagger, and then you get the fire stick, the torch from the Weathertop scene. You get Anduril, and then you get some pieces for Sauron, which I'll show you, like I said, here in just a second. I'll show you all those goodies at once. But I think these are really, really cool overall, guys. I mean, to me, if you collect the Toy Biz stuff and you're not getting these to go to with that collection, I think you're missing out. I think these are exceptionally on par with those. Cost factor to me seems solid. So I definitely think these are really, really cool. So these are the three that they sent me to talk about right now. I'm sure we'll be able to hook up some more with Diamond Select. They're pretty cool. They want people to know about them. We're excited to talk about them. So I think we can get some more conversations going about cool stuff coming from them. I think these figures are fantastic. The stands are handy. So thank you to Zach for hooking me up with those at Comic-Con. Let me grab the goodies and we'll be right back. All right, so you see here some of the goodies that you get with the different characters. And with Aragorn's, I'm standing like this so you can kind of see. So with Aragorn, you get one of the legs, left arm, right leg, no, left leg. You get the torch, which I showed you, and like I said, to me, he needs another like sword bold hand, except for his left hand, I think, to work, to hold this better. I thought the other one didn't hold it as well. And then you get Anduril, you get the sheath. It's got the cool runes on it. I hope I can pick this up. So you can see the runes on the sheath. And then hopefully you can see the runes a little bit on the sword itself. Now, the gold and the paint might be a little rough in that one spot, but overall it's pretty cool. And it does, like I said, it does slide in the sheath. Let's see if I can. There you go. With the Moria Orc, you get the second head and the mace. And then with Frodo, besides all the stuff that you get with all the other characters, you get Sauron's torso, and these do come off. So if they come off, there's just a little deal, you pop it back into, no big deal. And you get Sauron's cape. So those are all the goodies you get that I couldn't fit on them, besides the stuff that you get. So you get quite a bit overall, especially with three figures. Aragorn gets the most. The Orc, you get a cool change out head, the sword and the little spear, plus Sauron's mace. Frodo is probably a little light, but it makes sense. I mean, what are you going to include with him, really? So that's all the extra goodies. And I'm going to show you a couple other things that I'm keeping boxed because they look cool boxed. A couple things else that they've sent. And I have one of these still completely sealed, but I have this one that they sent. And I'm going to show you what the inside of last year's Comic-Con exclusive looked like in case you didn't see it. You got Gollum, aka Schmeagol, or Smeagol, aka Gollum. He has a little boat. And then you've got a cool Gollum figure and a clear Frodo. And from what I can tell, It's the same exact regular Frodo that I just showed you, obviously, except clear plastic was used instead. And then when you close it, it looks like the red book. And you can see now it's getting time in the day where shadows are coming into play. So we'll move it over here. But that's that one. And then, pardon me, we'll just stare over here for a second. This is the other cool new figure, and they had this at Comic-Con. You could buy it at the booth. It wasn't really a Comic-Con exclusive, I don't think. But this is their Gollum Deluxe, and I'm leaving it boxed because, one, the box is cool, and I love the pose that it's in here, and I will screw that up like nobody's business trying to set this back up. So I'm leaving him boxed. So you got Gollum or Smeagol, depending on what you want to call him. He's got his a Smeagol head on right now, hanging out on the rock. And you can kind of see the rock a little bit better there. So that's really cool. And it's got the background of where he was hiding in the Misty Mountains, if I recall correctly. And then I'm going to show you this side. So you get extra Gollum heads, or Smeagol heads, or Gollum and Smeagol heads. Extra hands, more fishies. And you do get some of those also in the Comic-Con exclusive from last year, the hands and the fishies. And then I'm going to show you this. This is cool. There we go. Let me get you where I'm not. One of the complaints that I know people had with the Legolas and Gimli figures, and I think I even mentioned it myself, was they were a little light. You get some more Legolas arrows, you get another axe for Gollum, or not Gollum, Gimli, and you get the daggers, because if I remember correctly, and I can't find them with my Legolas figure, they didn't include the daggers. So now you get the daggers, and they will go, you can tell that they will go in the sheath on the back of Legolas. And this one does include a stand. So hopefully that's going to become a thing. Because like I told them, specifically Zach, my contact at Diamond Select at Comic-Con, I'm like, I'm not very good at setting these things up. That's one of the things I need help with. And stands make it a little easier for me. And so he hooked me up with some stands, but also hopefully that means they're going to start hooking them up in these, which would make things a whole lot easier. And of course you've got, you know, the ring script on the back here. And then a little story about Gollum Smeagol. And then where his deal is from. It features probably 16 points of architecture, interchangeable heads, as well as bonus accessories for Gimli and Legolas. And then the figure design, sculpt, and package illustrations. This guy, let me turn him back around, because we're starting to lose the decent light. Comes in at $39.99, and you can get him on Diamond Select's website right now. That one was through Gentle Giant, and I'm not sure if you can still find him on there. Maybe not. But you can get it on the secondary market, obviously. But that's it for this look at some figures from Diamond Select. We thank them very much for sending these figures to us, and thank them for allowing us to talk about their figures because they're pretty cool. I think they're worth the money. I think they go great with the Toy Biz stuff, and I'm excited to see where this line goes. They're doing a really cool job. They had Boromir and Lurtz at Comic-Con, so I got to see those, and I thought those looked really cool. I'm very excited to add those to my collection. I just really think these are neat. Like I said, if you're into collecting action figures, you've got the Toy Biz stuff, I don't know why you wouldn't be getting these and adding most of them to your collection at the very least. I think they're really cool. So as always, we thank you for the support on this channel, on theonering.net, and all that we do. Make sure you keep watching all the stuff, sharing and liking and everything. It helps spread the word, helps let people know that we're talking about this stuff, and allows our reach to grow, and hopefully connect with more collectors who collect Middle Earth, We are going to have another episode of the Collecting the Precious podcast come soon. Hopefully in the next month to 6 weeks, we'll get another episode out there. And then I've got another couple of reviews coming while the weather's still at least somewhat decent. And I think that's it for this one, guys. Again, thank you to Diamond Select Toys. Thank you for watching this. Until next time, guys.